Bless. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, good night, wherever you're watching me from, Kingdom Connect 50 and Variety Word. I'm here right now to give you a little update on, I don't know if you're going through the same thing. Maybe somebody's going through it and they feel the same way. Years ago, I remember the Lord told me who I was in Him. I didn't understand, but I got a vision one day and I went to my previous pastor and he said to me, sister, you're not there yet. And I'm like, I was upset and I'm wondering, what is he talking about? I went to this person that I used to go to concerts, and every Sunday I'm in concerts, I'm going and going and going. And I remember I was at this particular concert and this lady said to me, "Oh, buy a ticket from me, no?" And I said, "I don't have no money." And she said, "You have money because you're at all the concerts." And I literally heard the voice of the Lord say, "You will not go back to another concert until I tell you." But when I remember when my pastor said that to me, I didn't understand it because I was still doing things that I wanted to do. Every 2 weeks, I had a different color in my hair and all the stuff that I was doing. I didn't even realize that. And when the Lord said that to me at that concert, I couldn't even go most of the things with my family member when they have it because I got uncomfortable. I couldn't go anywhere and eat where I want to eat again because I was uncomfortable. I couldn't put anything in my hair. The Lord said to me, "I'm going to cover you, and you should cover your head from then on." And He changed the way I dress. But I still didn't understand, but I was upset when my pastor said that. And I realized after a while I started to change, the way I look and, stop doing my hair and all that stuff. And I remember years after that, um, he said to me, we have conversation now and then, and um, I get to understand that what he saw, I didn't see it. Right? I didn't see it because yes, God shows it to you that who He called you to be or who He ordained you to be. But sometimes as men, we are not there yet to God's level. God's level is different. God see before we see it. Right? And when God started changing my appearance, my hair, cover my head, the way I dress, stop going places that I used to go, concert. I wasn't going to parties then, but I was going to concerts and stuff like that. And He said, "I want you to myself." Then I started learning that what my pastors are, because the vision was I went somewhere and I was speaking to somebody, people, about God and all that. But what my pastor saw, I didn't see it. I didn't know why I didn't see it because God called me. Because I think because God called me, I am there already. No, I'm not. Right? I'm going to leave some scriptures with you. Jeremiah 1 and 5, he said, "Before I formed you in the womb, I called you, I set you apart, and I appointed you." God said in Ephesians 2 and 10, he said, God made God made for good work that God prepared in advance. He advanced you before men get to that level. Right? That's the ordination that God gave you before. You see? God ordained you. In John 15 and 15 and 16. He chose you and appointed you, his disciples, to bear lasting fruits. Romans 8 and 28 says, all things work together for good for those who love God and who are called by his purpose. Sometimes God call you something, or you get the vision and you give it to your leaders. They say you're not there yet. Don't be mad because you're not fully there yet, because you don't even understand the calling that God gives on your life. I realized years later, I wasn't there yet, because there still were things that I need to drop off. Yes, God ordained me, but man wasn't there to the level of God yet. So, Kingdom Connect 50 and Variety Word, I'm encouraging you that not because God called you something or ordained you to be something, you are there yet in the physical realm. In the spiritual realm, yes, but not in the physical realm. You have to cut out some things, because there's still things that need to cut off from you. See, he had to prune me that I can come here and speak without being bold speaking. Because many times back then I wouldn't speak to you about Jesus. I wouldn't do it. But my pastor at the time realized that I wasn't there yet. But I didn't understand. I get mad because I said, oh, well, he knows. He knows. That's why he told me that. But years later, now, I can tell you that I'm not afraid to speak. And you may see me come here with my hair different color and all that, because God ordained me to cover my head. I don't do it for style. Even when I'm going out, I cover my head because that's what God did. You think I don't want to put in some nice hair and all that niceness in my head? Because God said, no, that's not what I called you for. My message must go out. That's what the Lord said. My message must go out through you to others. So I'm encouraging you this morning, this afternoon, or this evening, or this night, wherever you're watching me from. When God ordained you, or you get visions that who you are in the spirit, you don't know. You're not there yet. In the physical realm, in the spiritual realm, you're there. But in the physical realm, you're not there yet. There's still things that need to take off for you. Yes, God ordained you from you was in your mother's womb, and he set you apart and ordained you. But you're not fully grown into what God has for you. So Kingdom Connect 50 and Variety Word, people of God, I am here to encourage you that when God calls you something or a name, or he put a name on your name, wait until the time comes, because guess what? You still have some pruning to do and some things to shed off for you, that you can come and speak boldly as he said to you to speak boldly from others. Okay? So I'm going to leave these few scriptures with you, and you read them on your own. Jeremiah 1 and 5. Ephesians 2 and 10. John 15 and 16. Romans 8 and 22. The ordination of God. I'm going to read a little principle of God's ordination. These scriptures highlight several principles relating to God's ordination, including the belief in a divine plan for every person, purposeful creation with specific gift, empowerment from God to fulfill his call, and the importance of obedience and trust. By seeking God's guidance and living in accordance with His will, individuals can walk in the path He prepares. So, when God ordained you in the spiritual realm, you still need to come up in the physical realm that you can do what God called you to do. Have a blessed and a marvelous evening, morning, day, night in the Lord. I bless you. God keep you. God cover you. God continue to make His face shine upon you and continue His perpetual peace upon you. The peace of God that passes all human understanding. I'm leaving this with you. Jeremiah 29:11. For I know the plans I have for you, not to harm you, but to prosper you too, so you can have an expected end. So if God ordained you in a spiritual realm, that doesn't mean you are ordained in the physical realm. God bless you. God keep you. Kingdom Connect 50 and Variety Word. Have a blessed one. Amen.